Stevie, what's your takeaway from today's game?
I actually think I saw some signs of some life in Spurs. You know, before the shutdown, and certainly against Manchester United, it just looked the same drab Spurs that as I said, was trying to do what they could before the shutdown. In this game, and I guess you have to understand who the opposition are. It's West Ham, who are about as bang average as it's possible to be, but at the same time, Harry Kane looked as though he's coming to life. I think if Dele Alli can get some more minutes behind him, Heung-min Son, Lucas Moura, I mean that four at times to me looked as though they could cause some problems. So listen, if they can defend with the 7 behind them and let those 4 get after any opposition, then they might have a little sneak here at getting in the top 4.
Wow. Is you optimistic as Stevie, Kasey?
Well, they definitely have to have a great run at the end of the season. And I think what you're seeing, I think not only, just in the matches today, but you're seeing kind of throughout the league is the creative players are taking just that little bit extra time to get to form. And I think you saw that even today, particularly in the first half in the Spurs match. And I think throughout the whole match of the Leicester-Brighton match is when that final pass, that final little action to kind of spring somebody through, maybe that final shot, just wasn't quite there. Yeah, it was great for Harry Kane at the end to get that goal and really get him moving in the right direction, because he's going to have to be firing on all cylinders if Spurs have any hope of getting into the Champions League.
How Jose Mourinho would have loved that Kane goal late on, Jules. Of course, all the discussion about the English striker going into this match.
Yes, you're right. I mean, after the Mourinho show yesterday in his press conference, where, I mean, this time round he got a lot of things wrong, a lot of his stats wrong, clearly read the wrong column on Wikipedia, but he would be delighted with Kane's goal, because obviously that will shut a few mouths, I guess, and Paul Merson especially. And Kane has actually a very good record before his injury, and now under Mourinho as well. I think that's 9-12 or 9-13 for him. So I think Mourinho would be delighted with Kane's goal, especially, and like Kasey and Stevie said as well, with some aspect of the game, especially going forward defensively. Though I thought they still conceded some chances too easily. We saw Gerard Boyden hitting the post, for example, and there were times where I thought it was quite too easy for West Ham to get into the final third.
Spurs still remain, though, a long way off the top 4. You take a look at the table, they are 6 adrift of Chelsea, of course, have a game in hand. Meanwhile, for Leicester, they could only manage a goalless draw today. Is there any reason to be concerned, Stevie, that maybe Leicester are going to slip up in this final run?
No, I don't think so. Listen, you're looking at a Leicester side that look as though they've had a break, and they're trying to get back to where they were. And listen, at the start of the season, we weren't expecting much from Leicester, but they got themselves in the top 4, and now we expect a little more. So, listen, they haven't lost. They've got 2 draws, and while they continue to pick up points, the teams behind them, they have to keep winning in order to overtake them. So, no, I think you'll find in a maybe two games time that this Leicester side will be far better going forward than we've seen so far.
7 matches to go, though, Kasey. They're far from home and hosed.
Yeah, very much so. And I think if you do look at that recent form, I know it's kind of difficult with this split in the season, but Leicester had such a great start. Now they just need to really just finish off with 3-4 wins, see that out, because Champions League football is so huge. And for a club like Leicester to go from winning the championship a few years ago, which was just crazy, nobody could believe, but then to continue with that good form and to stay at the top of the table and to get themselves in positions to fight for Champions League is massive. And to put themselves in such a great position and then to let it slip up at the end would be really difficult. So yes, I think their form needs to improve, particularly going forward if they're going to do that, but I see no reason why they can't.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.